Greetings and salutations, my friends. Um, so, when we last left off, we were exploring this cave after going up the stairway to heaven. I'm going to turn this volume down. It's a little bit loud and I don't want you guys getting any kind of strange feedback or reverb. But yeah, so, we were exploring this cave, and I guess it's going to lead to a rather strange tale. We don't know what's really going on. We know that in this universe you can actively travel between the real world and the dream world. And that this dream world seems to be somehow some sort of shared reality. If this is true, if that is what it is, maybe it isn't, maybe it's something else. Maybe it's not the dream world at all. Who knows? But it is a shared dream or reality. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Of sorts, you know, in this universe. And for some reason, the two worlds seem to be overlapping. I don't see why there would be a staircase if that weren't the case. But yeah. So as to why that's going on, I do not know. Carver just, I don't think it was Carver, I think it was Millie. She just wrecked someone though. It was pretty cool. And yeah, I did kind of wander around there. That's my OCD. 7 hit points for Amos. Is it Amos or Amos? I don't know. Probably asked that question before. You can never tell with these games, really. 4 MP, not bad. The stats are a little middling, but we do have to remember that he is a merchant. You know what? We're going to do something here. We're actually going to switch Ashlyn out. I hate to say it, but in her current class, she's not terribly useful. She's not a bad character, really. She's a pretty good mage. We will have to kind of experiment and see what the right class is for her, because I simply don't know. Apparently, from what I've read, because I was trying to educate myself about these classes and how you level them up and all that, the hero class, which you probably have to master. You got metal. You have to master a number of classes to become a hero. Yeah, that would just simply make sense by this game's standards, right? The hero class is insanely overpowered. So, if someone isn't very good, I guess we'll just make them heroes. You know, if they don't seem to have any particular strength or skill set or anything like that. I mean, at least we know what Nevin is. He gets a lot of strength, though. He's a strange character. I would say he's almost like a cleric type. Really. I mean, he learns healing spells. He can wear armor. You know, strange combination of stuff for him. He doesn't have good weapon choices, which makes him pretty clericy. But I do have to say hammers aren't necessarily bad. A lot of level ups. That was really rather middling for Jimbobo, but you do have to realize that these classes do kind of alter the stats a little bit, so they're being run through some kind of formula, and it's not really a reflection of what they would have been. I do find it strange that you would get wisdom as a warrior, however. And then we went down there, that was stupid. We already went down there. I'm going to run. Like I said, I would like to, not exactly wait forever to get our classes leveled up. So, let's see this town. Oh, it's a desert town, that's interesting. Interesting music, too. Travelers here in Iridia? Hey, I hope you like nothing, because we got lots of it. Hey, you city slickers, did you see a little island floating near the Western Cape? Yeah. What? Goddess dang, I better get a move on. Well, that's odd that he's running. Maybe I answered incorrectly. Sniff, sniff, harf. I probably shouldn't do this too much to you guys because this is, pretty rough. Woo, reckon I just made room for another drink, yeah? Yeah, sure, drink more. Good thinking, drinking takes my mind off things. I bet. So, it's very Mexican, or South American. It has that, Adobe style kind of, what are they called? Missions? Except this one's for the goddess. Different religion, right? Welcome to the armor shop. How can I serve you? Full plate armor. Well, Nevin can still wear tortoise shell armor. Marginally better for Nevin. Of course, we don't know about all these other things. So there is a fairly decent piece of armor. Or I suppose you could say. It's fairly decent. What's this? Item shop. We'd like some items. Nothing useful is available in the item shop. Of course, there's the bank, and we do have some money in there. So maybe I'll splurge and equip Evan with a fancy turtle shell vest, or cuirass, or whatever. Got another token. It's strange how they distributed those mini medals throughout the game, because it seems to me that there weren't really a whole lot of them early on. Now I'm getting a lot. More out-of-towners. Let me guess. You came here after hearing about the Isle of Smiles, yeah? Yeah. Thought so. Let me say my piece. No, not a single visitor to the Isle of Smiles has ever returned. Not a one. Maybe the promises are true. Maybe they're living lives of unbridled happiness. Who knows? Isle of Smiles. I would not trust something called that. At all. It should just be called Trap. The Isle of Instant Death. How about something like that? Doesn't sound safe at all. It might as well be, an untrustworthy van with candy written on the side. Free candy. Look, I appreciate you keeping on inviting me, but I'm just not... Oh, you're travelers, I take it. Sorry about that. I thought you were that guy come to convince us to visit the Isle of Smiles again. Heh, just got a little slow on the draw when you reach my age. Thank you kindly. I ain't interested in your island. We're more than happy enough right here, honest to goddess. Don't pay us no bother. I'm sure plenty of our neighbors are eager to join you besides. So, yeah, it almost seems like those folks don't really want to do it. Maybe they're older, they might have some wisdom. Maybe they know, like, a horrible death trap when they hear about it. Of course, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's a nice place, right? Sure. Not like this is a video game or anything, and they do something like that, right? Oh, here's an old guy. I hear Myrtle has been beaten, big whoop. Peace don't mean squat if our well ain't running. Well, that does sound like a pretty dreadful problem, really. Cough, cough, why'd my pa have to be so goddess-dang gullible? He heard they'd have medicine to whoop my cough up in the Isle of Smiles. I couldn't do nothing to stop him once he got that idea in his head. He just up and left on me. That was weeks ago. I'm dying over here. Literally. Set of wafers, please. Being very sick, though, is not fun. I'm sure some people know all too well. Years ago, I probably would be dead if not for modern medicine, I'll say that. Years ago I had an infection in my lymph nodes, and I was sick for weeks and weeks and weeks, and they actually misdiagnosed me at first. They said, oh, it's the flu. It's a virus, go home. Well, if you're sick for a week, you don't get better after another 2 weeks, and you can't eat. You kind of realize that they might have been a little wrong. And I found out it was an infection. So, yeah. It took another week for the antibiotics to really kick in and work. And, all in all, I was sick for a month. Which, that's a long time to have something like that. Of course, there's much worse things out there. I'm just saying that, laying in bed for a week with some kind of, probably a low-grade infection that you would get in a world like that, that's pretty frickin' brutal. I don't know why she doesn't visit the priest who can heal her next door, since there's magic in this world, but maybe there's limitations upon what they can cure. There's a mangy dog-eared book on this shelf. Jimbobo has read it before. Interesting. That's very interesting. That's really strange. What if we swap someone out? That's really odd. Like, oh, I guess we have to have everyone in town. See if Carver can read it. Carver has read it before. Well, that's really peculiar. Excuse that, Rand. I know I tend to go on like these long well, not really a diatribe, but yeah, I'll be dramatic and say it's a diatribe. But yeah, I go on these long rants. I do apologize. You know what happens when there's full moon? Poof, an island pops out of nowhere in the sea. Wicked. That is pretty cool. On nights when the moon is full, a mysterious floating island appears in the sea nearby. The people aboard this island claim they come from a place called the Isle of Smiles. A world of happiness, free of toil or tears. Could such a place truly exist? Goddess only knows. Perhaps you can see for yourselves. There's full moon tonight. The island may be there before we know it, or maybe here before we know it. Excuse me. We could check out the well. And I think I will. I think I will check out the well. Name Skip. Skip Tickle. Scary name, right? I'm a wandering swordsman. I heard the rumors about the island It takes folks to so-called Isle Smiles. Yes, I have. Well, don't you think there's something wrong with this picture? You think about it. Paradise free to all and filled with joy and wonder. Yeah, right. Sounds like a kid's tale, if you ask me. So he seems like he's got a good head on his shoulders. It's probably actually the Isle of Monsters that want to kill you. It's probably a more reasonable. So Nevin can use a Morning Star. I don't think I equipped him with one. We might as well get Millie the Lunar Fan. Why not be special, right? There's nothing else that's very useful. I wonder if we're going to get more boomerangs. I do like boomerangs, they're very helpful. We've had this edged one for quite some time. I come all this way to the ride, the floating island to the Isle of Smiles. You don't even need to pay for admission, almost seems to be too good to be true. Anyway, the blasted island hasn't arrived yet. I'm gonna get to my happy place. Once I reach the Isle of Smiles, I'm gonna party every night until midnight, sleep every day until noon. Classy. I will say this, I am prepared to keep that edged boomerang on indefinitely. And that may seem odd, but it hits everything. So, you know, even if its damage is half of, you know, say, a single target weapon, you're still doing damage, you know, anywhere from, you know, what, 2 to, you know, 7 enemies I think we've counted. That's substantial. And, you know, when you're fighting large groups, it's very useful. And that kind of reminds me of, I think it was the Lunar games. It's been a very long time since I've played them. I will cover them someday. They're pretty good. But I think I remember the first one, you got a dagger. That was one of the weapons in the game. And you'd get 2 hits with it instead of 1. I did not find a weapon that could match that stupid dagger until I think maybe the end of the game, because your attack power is essentially doubled. There's nothing else that did damage like that, if I remember correctly. So, you know, that is the logic behind me using that edged boomerang, even though it's, you know, very out of date now. More out of towners, let me guess. You came here after hearing about the Isles of Smiles. Yep. Thought so. Let me say my piece, though. Not a single visitor to the Isle has ever returned. Not a one. Made the promise. Oh, you know what? I already talked to him. That was, that's what I get for ranting, right? We are going to go down the well. I'm going to save my game first. Excuse me for yawning. I was busy publishing my Mega Man 4 guide, finishing publishing it actually, and it was quite lengthy. It turned out I thought I'd do essentially brief strategies for the bosses. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, we'll go on. You know, it's supposed to be a very brief strategy guide for all the bosses, and it ended up being 10 pages. Well, there's a lot of bosses in Mega Man 4, so it's quite an undertaking. I don't mind doing it, but wow, that's bad. I don't mind doing it at all, though. The guide I wrote for Pulseman was maybe 12 or 14, so I have done longer guides. Dang, same as it ever was. Ain't enough water down here to dip my pinky toe in. Yeah, there's not a whole lot interesting in there. Night has fallen over the desert sky. That's interesting. I thought we'd end up having to sleep in the inn. So we'll go check this out. And it looks like there's a thing over there. Some barksmen appear, some mollusks, and I run. It's strange that, barksmen are actually quite weak. What is this? Oh, we can't explore that. Okay. I was thinking maybe I could explore the edges of that shore there. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your lives in paradise, good friends. You won't regret this decision. Before you know it, we'll be setting sail for the wonderful, beautiful dream paradise known as the Isle of Smiles. No more hatred, no more work, no more problem, no more wrinkles. Leave all your worries on the dock because your future is nothing but sunshine and smiles, and we're going to slit your throats while you sleep and eat you. This is the vibe I'm getting from this dude. It's very dark, I know. But this is not a kid's channel. I might have to point that out someday. Well, look at my demographics. I don't get a lot of young kids anyway, so I won't worry about that. Now climb aboard, my friends. Several of your fellow townspeople are already aboard. We'll depart as soon as you give the thumbs up to the crewmen in the front. Oh man. Yeah, these shorter days, I have no problem with them. Some people, understandably so, it's a biological thing. It makes a lot of sense, really. People tend to get depressed and stuff when the days get shorter, because, when I'm making this now, it's November in the northern hemisphere. I don't, but I do get tired. I want to sleep. In the summertime, I hardly sleep. So, that's just me. But if you wonder why I might seem a little dopey, I used to be fine. Summertime, late spring, early fall, I'm fine staying up till like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. But at winter time, I'm nodding by 1. Anyway, that's just my story. I do sleep late though. I don't not sleep at all. Well, he repeats himself. We're ready to shove off, friends. Good to go? Good to go. Great, step inside, buddies. Next stop, paradise. Oh my god. Such a rapey vibe. I forgot to get that tortoise shell armor, but that's not a big deal. May the Isle of Smiles give you everything you deserve and then some. Shoving off. Well, that is scary. I mean, fortunately we're good guys. So, technically we should get good things, right? There is definitely fishy stuff going on in the dream world. Go on in and enjoy yourselves. You'll be in paradise before you know it. It can't be that much of a paradise if you're like working, piloting this floating island. Of course, that's something you really enjoy. Some people enjoy their jobs. I know I have to say I enjoy working. At least to an extent. Greetings, friends! We're fiends. She said fiends. Oh, excuse me, I must be coming down with something, hee. Yeah, suspicious, right? Yahoo, I'm headed to the Isle. I finally made it. Ah, life is good. The buffet is all you can eat, and you get free refills and drinks. There are free refills on the drinks, and we haven't even arrived at the Isle of Smiles yet. This is just the ride. Oof, all this running around is murder on my hooves. I mean, my tender human feet. Oh, you gotta love this game. Heck, I'm finally off to see my little missus. We're drank to calm the old nerves, heck. So, yeah, there's definitely something fishy. First the monster Myrtle bites the dust, and now I'm high on the high road to paradise in the Isle of Smiles. It's like nothing can go wrong. I'm sure of it. I used to make my living running the town's end, but that was before I heard about this place. Now I feel like I wasted my life. Hey, remember me, Skip Tickle? We bumped into each other in Iridia's weapon shop? Yeah. I know I was a little wary of this whole operation back in town, but now I'm here. I don't know what I was thinking. The crew here are also friendly. Another round, please. Teehee, you're a strong one. I think I have everything exactly figured out, I think. I'm not gonna say it. I don't like to do that. Oh man, I forgot I get seasick, or island sick, whatever, heave. Oh. Huh? Oh, sorry. I can't hold it in any longer, so, well, you know. Anyway, who's ready for round 2? Man, you think they'd at least be able to, you know, like step over to like the side of the boat. Hidden treasure. I do want to say I was on a fishing trip. It was actually the summer before the one that just passed, and it was quite amusing. All the people were seasick. I don't want to go into it too much because, you know, just gross story, and I don't want to embarrass anyone I know, you know, anything like that. So I'm not going to go into it. Here's a fucking title: Hidden Treasure. Jimbobo takes it from the shelf and has a closer look. Sadly, it looks like all the important pages have been torn out. That reminds me, this guy, digging in the dirt to unearth hidden treasure. I wonder if there's any indicator. Yeah, I'll wet my whistle. Bravo, you sure can knock him back. I feel like they're gonna try to get me drunk. Not at the moment. I see. We'll be here if you change your mind. Various drinks on the sled. What do you think of this vintage? Rich, isn't it? Good red wine, the color of blood. My favorite. Now that, now you know. Up to no good. What luck, a medal. Oh, talk to this guy who looks like Keegan. You can almost always guess that this purple guy here is going to be bad in this game. Not always, but you know. Sorry friends, the stairway is off limits to passengers. So it's where we butcher you. Please enjoy your voyage from the comfort of this main cabin. I guess we'll have another. Yes. Yes. Pooh, did you even taste that? You might want to pace yourself, chum. These drinks pack a while. Want to rest a bit? I could wake you up when we arrive. Sure. Alright, pleasant dreams. Yeah, this is going to turn out great, right? Oh, see? Badness. Bad things happened. And I say, oi, get up, you. How long you plan on sleeping, you piece of meat? Heavily armed piece of meat. We're here at the famous Isle of Smiles, Gwaha. I promise you'll get what you've been waiting for. Now get over here, meat, move. I mean, honestly, you'd think they might be doing everyone a favor. Well, not really, actually. They get rid of all the dumbasses, but you know, when you think about it, Jamir's got special plans for you in here. Oh my. What? There's still some left? Get them in here. The ritual is already started. Wow, this is crazy stuff. There's a lot of demons. That's a problem for even us to handle. This game really, like, waxes dark at times. I mean, look at this. This is like... Pity not the pathetic rabble cowering before you. Proud, lazy, greedy, these weaklings embody the worst of humanity. The so-called Isle of Smiles lured them like flies to honey. But they'll be the ones luring flies when we're done with them, my comrades. The fur of Mordor is inconsequential. As long as I, Jamirus, still draw breath, my monster minions shall want for nothing. Interesting. Honor me, my followers, worship me, and you shall triumph. In turn we shall honor the dark gods with the souls they desire. And I'm trying to hear this. Well, that's creepy. I couldn't quite hear that because I have everything so low. Usually I have my earbuds in, but the pair I have at the moment is terrible. And they're very uncomfortable, so... That's a creepy sound effect for sure. Move, you pieces of meat. What have we here? Fresh souls! I love the smell of their fear. Something about this group, it stirs a longing deep within me. Yes, I shall give this batch the personal touch. I will tear them apart and feast upon their guts. Wow. Well, I was pretty much dead on, but this guy is dark. Like, I didn't think it would get this dark. I will give you something to cry about, feeble humans. I'll have to turn that down a little bit more. And of course, I love how this demon looks. It's, you know, absolutely goofy. Interestingly enough, this is... It is not, like, I'll make myself clear, I don't think there are any quite like it if you were to look at any old text or anything. You probably wouldn't, well, it does kind of look like a griffin. I don't think you'd see anything quite like this, so don't take it wrong way. This is kind of the things you'd see in, like, some of those old books with various monsters and demons and things, and with illustrations and stuff, or old paintings. Focus the fighting. Yeah, we'll try that, but it's not exactly. It just has that kind of almost absurd, fanciful look to it. Have her attack. You know, she can kabuff us. I keep forgetting double up really isn't very useful for climbing. In fact, it kind of did us a disservice. We'll have to magic now. And I think Millie's going to pretty much just be healing throughout this fight. It lowers on the MP. Yeah, so we'll do this. Hopefully this battle won't be too fierce. I don't see any of this ending well at all. I'll be honest. And because this thing is one tough hombre. And we're really, I don't know, we're really taking a beating here. Maybe if I could buff a little bit more, I think it would be worth it. And we'll heal Jimbobo. A lot of people know heal. Very interesting how it's such a common spell. I mean, I'm not complaining, because we kind of need it. But yeah, we're gonna have to have around here where we do a lot of healing, actually. I don't want to sap. I'm gonna heal. There we go. Maybe he can do a knuckle sandwich. We're gonna have to mid-heal Carter. There's no other way about it. Of course he dodges. I don't know why I keep using knuckle sandwich. Maybe when we become like a thief or something like that, maybe we can try that on Carver. I'm beginning to think it's not really a good choice. So we're really just going to have to keep hammering at this guy. I think that's our only true option, really. This music, a little bit of a mess. I mean, I know what they were going for, but hopefully we can take this guy out. Alright, sorry about that. I had a noise event, we'll call it that. I didn't die or anything. If I die, I do it honestly. But if there's some kind of interruption or something, I have to edit it out. Because I don't want you guys hearing banging or whatever. So that's that's all that was. We might die though. This battle seems to be going a bit awry. It's not a big deal. I've died in this game before. It wouldn't be the first time. We kind of walked into that one. What was it that? I can't even remember. It was that well. That's what I'm trying to think of. Yeah, we walked into that well. And got wrecked horribly. So. It wouldn't be the first time at all. Trying to figure out, like, we really need to get some useful abilities with people like Carver, because he's not so much for the useful abilities. Jimbobo, I have to say, like, that warrior skill, I don't know, maybe there's something we can do with it that I'm not seeing. It's not really impressing me. The focus strength, it doesn't really seem to do a whole lot, but I could be wrong there. You're going to sacrifice a turn to do double the damage, which is basically like, I just attack twice, take my turn. It could be wrong. Maybe it, you know, maybe it's kind of like a compound bonus. Maybe it stacks. If that's the case, then that's pretty useful. Let's see if it does, because, yeah, if it goes from 2 times, then you sacrifice 2 turns for 4 bonuses. I can see how that would work. But for a 4 times bonus, that could definitely be worthwhile. Ooh, cast heal. Not bad, heal. Heal, Melly, heal. He's gonna have to cast heal. It would be very nice to have a heal all kind of spell. Even if it's not terribly potent, because I've noticed that the damage tends to spread out, usually. Sometimes they'll hit a character consistently. It doesn't matter, really, because single target heals are just fine in this game. But it'd be nice to kind of do something about that, you know, intermittent spread out damage that we usually get. Or stuff like this. Let's see how this works out. Who's hurt the most? Molly has the lowest hit points, and after that it's we'll heal Jimbobo. Oh, we killed it. Oh, well, I thought I was going to actually lose, but we didn't. Well, that's always good. How could such rabble... Wait! Might you be the force that defeated Murdaugh? You must be. How else could you... You... are Lord... Dog. So we took that guy down. We get sparklies going everywhere. And these guys are free. What happened? I knew it all along. We were being tricked. Thank you. We didn't know it all along. We owe our lives to you. Oh no, they must have got to my little missus already. Sniff. Wait, look. The Ghost King. I am King Medford Medallion. I am forever in your debt for releasing me from the curse. Bring me your many medals and I will reward you with fabulous prizes. See you then. Huh. Well. Hey, I wonder, did all those souls get sent back home? Yes, that has to be it. We gotta get back to town. Let's move it, people. So that was an interesting scenario. I think I kind of have a handle on what's going on. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going to say it because, you know, it wouldn't be, you know, it would be a spoiler. I'm not going to do that. I will say this, I was a little bit wrong about this scene. I was saying they were going to be cannibals or something, and that they were actually going to eat them. Of course there's a threat of being eaten. But it seems that they're doing something else, so we'll have to find out what that is. I did know it was a trap, and it was something nefarious. And they were probably monsters, so I was mostly right, but I did get one fairly important detail wrong. I think we'll let this go from here. You know what, let's go on the island. Because this island is important. Oh, this old salt really qualified to drive this thing. At least we're unsinkable, right? We're on an island, for God's sake. Hardy har, I used to be a ship captain, you know. I figure sailing an island is the same difference. Trim the jib and maybe the bushes. You're setting off your radio. Trim the jib and maybe the bushes. My God. This is silly stuff. I just want to see what's in that basement. Oh wow, there's treasures and skeletons. Nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to just let go from here. I will be back with some more DQ6, Dragon Quest 6, as they like to call it, as the cool kids call it, DQ6. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. And you know, I guess I had something else to say. I can't even remember. No big deal though. Thank you for watching. I will be back. And until next time, good luck and happy gaming.